What's going on, everyone? Bringing you analysis from week 2. We got 2 weeks in the book so far, and I just wanted to give my analysis, my feedback, and a recap of the football game that happened this afternoon, 12 noon, Michigan versus UCF. And first off, I guess my prediction video was right to an extent. I mean, we didn't beat UCF like we beat Hawaii. I didn't think so. I thought UCF would probably be a little bit better than Hawaii, but we did still a blowout win. So I just wanted to kind of give my feedback and my analysis of the game, what things I saw, what things I liked, what stuff I didn't like, moving into week 3. Now, first of all, a few glaring things that stood out to me. One, I'll start on the offense. Our running game is still not effective. For whatever reason, we just can't run the ball consistently. The game against Hawaii, I mean, I didn't even want to count that, like I said last week, because I figured that maybe these guys were tired, doing all that traveling. I don't know. They just didn't look like they put up much of a fight. This week, UCF defensively, I mean, I know the score looked at a hand, but especially against the run, I mean, they really stood up and did the job. Their defensive line actually held their own against our offensive line. I mean, they were getting pressure, a lot of hurries, a lot of bad passes that happened because of it, and there was a lot of runs that got stuffed in the backfield. So our running game is still not up to par. It's not strong. So, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. A passing game, I mean, this week, like I said, I don't know if it's just UCF has no secondary. Maybe it's just that they were just overloading on the run game to try to stop the running game and just let everything else wide open. Passing this week was very good. It definitely wasn't like last week where we got to a slow start as far as that goes. Passing game was very effective, especially off the play action. We got a lot of huge plays off play action. So I guess because of them trying to stop the run, it just left a lot of one-on-one coverage and a lot of blown coverage, and our guys were able to take advantage of that. So overall, offensively, I mean, we did the job. I mean, we put up 50 plus points. So we did the job. Defensively, this is where I'm kind of concerned. Now, I've noticed from both weeks, as far as running up the middle of the field against us, is very stout, very solid. I mean, you pretty much are getting nothing if you try to go between the tackles. However, especially this week, running outside the tackles, running outside, that is very, very, very alarming and very, very, very disturbing. You had that one long run of 87 yards. Then you had the quarterbacks basically being able to break containment and scamper off and get big yards. So I don't know if this was just an anomaly from this week. Hopefully this is not something that's to come, because I remember last year, once teams figured out that they could just get some tempo and run up the middle on us, I mean, they were just having a field day. So hopefully this is just something that just happened this week and it can be fixed. But I saw a lot of open space, a lot of running, a lot of room on the outside. So I don't know if this is just a strategy of us trying to clog the middle and leaving the outside open, if it's a part of the defense, because I see a lot of times with Don Brown's defensive schemes, we're doing definitely a lot of blitzing, definitely a lot of rushing in from off the corners, but then I'm also seeing a lot of stunts. So when you do all that, I mean, it's great as far as confusing the offensive line, but it leaves a lot of holes because people are no longer having, defined lane assignments as far as, or not, I wouldn't say lane, but gap assignments, because you're swapping places with your other defensive end or tackle, whatever the case may be, and it just leaves a lot open. So hopefully we can fix that. As far as the coverage in secondary, very good. They really weren't able to really do too much in the passing game. The line, I felt, did very well as far as getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, getting in the backfield, disrupting a lot of plays, getting sacks. So I think we did very well as far as that goes. As far as the line has been excellent this year so far. I mean, they're getting a lot of pressure. This week, we actually started to get, causing some turnovers, stripping the ball loose. So that is in itself very good. So I'm really, really proud about our line play. Now, special teams, probably the best grade I could say for the whole game. I mean, first two series, 2 straight block punts, and then 2 block field goals, and then, good returns on punts by Peppers. So overall, the special teams was amazing. I felt that they really, we were going to win anyways regardless, but it really set the tone and everything for the rest of the game, especially those 2 block punts. So special teams did an amazing job. Definitely helped in the field position and stuff like that. So A+ for special teams. Overall, we played well. I think UCF is better than people think they are, and we got the win and covered and everything like that. So overall, we played well. Like I said, the running game is still an issue. The defensive run coverage on the outside for this game anyways, a glaring concern. So hopefully we can get that fixed. Quarterback play, no complaints. Quarterback play was pretty good this week. Like I said, I don't know how their secondary is any good, so I'm not sure how that goes. So we'll see what happens next week. I'll have a video about that probably the middle of the week, and talk a little bit about that. But overall, I'm not, like I said in week 1, I'm not too thrilled with the schedule that we set for the beginning of the year. I wish we'd played some stronger opponents starting out the gate. But hey, you know what? You still gotta play the games, and I know these look like cupcake games or easy games, but more and more you're seeing that even with these top-ranked teams, what seems to be a given sometimes isn't. Look what happened to Oklahoma State today. I would have never thought they would have lost to Central Michigan, but they did. So, that stuff happens. And Clemson barely beat Troy. What was that all about? And then you got there was another game. Which game was it? Oh, Georgia. Georgia barely beat. Who did they play? Nichols. I don't even know who Nichols is. And they barely won. They had to hold on to win. And that's the number 9 team in the whole country. So I guess it's, at the end of the day, it looks, it looks like a cupcake, but you still got to go out there and play. And you still got to go out there and get the win. So, I'd like to think that Nichols was probably lesser of an opponent than UCF is. So, overall, we handled business. So, I can't complain about that. So I'm happy with the result. You just have to see how things go. Like I said, I'll be doing another video middle of the week talking about my prediction for week 3. And I'll probably be just looking over in the next while, seeing what not Buffalo, Colorado's all about, and seeing what type of team they are. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a great day. Peace.